Ann Butler. Ann is a mixed media artist, designer, and instructor for the creative industries. She works with a variety of mediums and enjoys sharing her creativity through teaching. Today, Ann is here to share her beaded book. My tongue is getting tied. Ann is here to share her beaded bookmarks. Say that 3 times. I'm delighted to welcome Ann Butler. Hi, Ann.
Hi, Linda. Hi, everyone. Yep, today I'm going to show you how to make these cool little beaded bookmarks. They are something that are great for gifts, or if you do craft shows, they're good to make and sell. They're quick and easy, so I might be short on time too. But let me get up close so you can see one close up, and then I will come down to the work surface. Now, when you're making the beaded bookmarks, the one thing to remember is wire comes in lots of different sizes and colors, and you want to go with wire is different in that the lower the number for the gauge, the thicker it is. So this right here is a 24 gauge wire, and it's really just super, super thin. So this won't work good for a bookmark. But if you go to the 22, 20, 18, they're a little bit thicker, and they'll withstand the shape that you put it in. So that's what you want to do. And to start out, we would make the base first. And you need about 12 to 18 inches of wire. I started this one right here so I could show you a different look. But to start it, it helps to have a little pliers. You can have, I have this little tiny set of pliers. It has the cutter, the needle nose, and just a regular pliers. And you can start out with the needle nose if you want to do a circular one, and you only want to get it started, because then you just take your fingers to do it the rest of the way. This one I already have started. I did a coil for this one. You can do any kind of shape you want. This is the part that will go inside the book. So I did a coil, and then I might just come up and zigzag it to make it longer, because you want it to be at least 2 inches, if not 4 inches, to be inside your book, because that is going to keep your pages for you. So on this one, I am just doing some zigzags, and I did the coils, and then I start making my zigzags bigger. And this one you can see I didn't do a coil, I just did zigzags and started little tiny and just went back and forth and made them bigger and bigger till I got the length that I wanted. So wire is really easy to work with your hands. So even if you don't have a needle nose pliers or round pliers, you could get it started very easily with your hands. And there are a lot of scissors, not a sewing scissor, but there are a lot of scissors that can help you cut the wire easily. So after you have your shape that you want, you're going to have to make a little section that will come up outside of the book. So I just come up about a ½ an inch, and then I bend it over and come down. So it's kind of like a little half a square there. So this is what goes inside of the book. This is at the top of the book, and then this is the part that will hold your beads on. So I cut it a little bit longer. And then we're just going to make a little tiny loop. You're not going to close the loop all the way yet because you're going to add your beads on. You're going to add your beads on there. So this is the base. And to put the beads on, it's a quick and easy way, is what I'm showing you today, is to just use head pins. And they're pins that you get in the jewelry department, and they have a head or a stopper that will stop the beads from falling off. You can also use eye pins, and you would use a jump ring to hang a bead from the bottom of that. But I have one finished right here for you just so you can see it. Let me see if I can get it there. Okay. I think you can see it there. I just use a variety of beads. You can use a lot of beads. If you've done jewelry making, this is a good way to use assorted beads that you have. And today I just have some beads out here on my work surface to show. You can use all seed beads if you want. You can use the bigger beads. It's just really up to you. Now, if you use a big bead like this, some big beads have too big of holes and it would come right off. So you want to test it and make sure it's going to stay and not fall off. And then you just put your beads on in a fashion that's pleasing to you. If you don't like it, I mean, you've only worked 2 inches, so it's not a big deal. You just take them off and start over. You can also lay them out on your work surface in advance. But because this is such a small area, it's easy to see if you're going to like it. By putting them on, it doesn't take that much time. And when you do this, you're going to want to leave about a ½ inch to a ¼ inch at this top because you're going to make a loop. So I use my round nose pliers and I just make a loop all the way down to where the bead ends. That way it kind of keeps them in place, and once you have that loop made, you can straighten it up. I'm hoping you can see that. There's just a little loop there. But with that loop, you can then hook it onto there and close this up. And that's your beaded bookmark. They're quick, they're fast, they're easy. They make great gifts.